Hello, I'm Donna and I'm bringing to you today the next video for our junk journal ideas. And this one's about how to print over the top of tags. We're going to use a Word document. Now I usually use Photoshop or CorelDRAW, but I know not all of you will have those apps. So I thought if we do it in Word, it might be something that you all have. Now this video here, how to make tags for junk journals from recycled folders or tags from packaging. I've made this video a little while ago, so I'm going to make it, see this size here, this smaller tag, I'm going to make it fit that smaller tag. So if you want to make this yourself, you know that you can go and get the template off this video and you can make this one too. And I suppose before I start, I'll show you what it looks like. I've cut out my tag. See the words Je t'aime, which means I love you in French. I have made up my tag, and before I've glued all these bits and pieces on it, I actually put it through my printer and I've printed this text over the top. This is just the back side of it, and I printed this out on tea stained paper and then I glued that to the back of my tag. So back to the Word document. Now firstly, because we're going to be using the tag from my last video, I know what size it is. We're going to put the shape just on this Word document paper. So first off, we're going to go up to the insert button, click on insert, then move your mouse down to the shapes icon here, click on shapes, and you'll see this drop down box. You can go to rectangles or wherever you see this shape. So we want a rectangle, click on that, and then you'll see this cross. Left mouse click, hold your left mouse down and then drag to the right a little bit until you form this shape. Keeping your finger on your left mouse button, and then when it comes down to here and you've got a shape, let it go. Now I've let go my mouse and now I'm just moving my mouse around. So now we need to get it the size that we want it to be of the tag. So I've got it selected. If I click off there, it's unselected. So make sure it's selected and it's got all these points surrounding it. Then go up here to the right hand side and we're going to alter the shape, height and width. For the width is at the bottom and the height is at the top. So just going to change this to 10.8 centimeters. You change it to whatever you are. If you are on inches, you just change it to the size that you want. Then I'm going to change the width to 5.5 centimeters, and you can either hit enter or just click on your page somewhere. Now that is the size of the tag that I have made in the template on the video I just showed you. So we don't need it to be filled in blue because we certainly don't want it to print out blue when we put this through the printer. So when you come up here now, it's still in shape format up here. So we can just select the colored outline, whatever's up there that's got no fill. But you can also use these here to get rid of your fill. You can say no fill. Right, now we've got the shape and we've just got an outline. So now we need to put the text inside our makeshift tag. So we're going to go back here, insert. So I want you to click on the insert button because we're going to insert text inside here. So click on insert. Over here you'll see the text box. So click on text box and a drop down will pop out in front of you. So just click on the simple text box, click on that, and left mouse click on the side of this bar here, just so you can move it around. I'm holding my left mouse down and I'm just going to place it over the top of this here. Now when I'm not holding my left mouse down now, I'm just hovering it around until you see these arrows face left and right. Now I'm going to left mouse click down and I'm going to drag it a little bit to the left until it comes inside that box. Now I've let the left mouse go, and now these movable reposition bars have showed up. Left mouse click on that and it allows me to move this wherever I want. I can move it anywhere on the page, holding my left mouse down on that, and then I let it go and there it is there. So I don't want any of this text in here, so I'm going to left mouse click at the bottom and start to drag it across all of this here. So I'll do it again, click off the page to clear it. I'm going to left mouse click and start to drag across all of this text, and I'll hit delete. So all of that text now is gone. Now I'm going to go back up to the home button up here at the top, and it gives me the style of text I want and the size. But for now I'm just going to left mouse click back inside my text box and type thank you. You can put a capital T, you can do whatever you want with the word thank you. So I'm going to left mouse click at the end of the word you and drag across it and highlight, and that's drag it to the left and highlight. And then I'm going to come up to this area here on this center icon and center it in the middle of the text box. Now I'm going to come up to the font style, click the arrow down and change the font. And I'm just going to use Amarillo. I'm going to increase the size of it a little bit, say about to 14. And I go, okay, I don't like the T, so I'm going to make it a lowercase instead of a capital, and the same with that one there. So you just put your cursor, left mouse click in between the Y and the O, backspace it, and then retype it in a lowercase rather than a capital. Right, now I want to move that, so I'm going to click off. And I'm going to wait for these 4 arrows to show up, click on that text box, and I can move this wherever I like. See, now it's still selected and it's giving me this spinny button. So I'm only hovering over, I'm not pressing down my left mouse just yet. So I'm going to hover over it, hold down my left mouse button, and I'm going to tilt it to the left. So I'm dragging my mouse a little bit to the left, getting it where I want it, and then I'm dropping it off. Now I'm going to come back to the edge of the text box until my 4 arrows show up, left mouse click, hold it down and move it to wherever I want it. So depending on what print, what paper, what design you're going to have finished on your tag is to where you put this. So just say, for instance, I'm going to print it out and I want it to land on my tag here. Okay, it might be a little bit small. We want to make it a bit bigger. So we can come up here and change it to 20. Now I don't need to highlight it because I've already selected the text box. So we can change it to size 20 and just move it back into the center where I want it. Now you'll notice that there's a box around the text. So that will print. We don't want that. We want to get rid of that box, and right mouse click on it and see down here it's got format shape. Click on format shape, and over here it'll have fill or line. Click on line and you want no line. select no line, then click back on your page here and it'll be gone. See how because it's a corner shape, it's actually missing a little bit of the edge of the tag? Don't worry about that, because this green tag marker is only a position to where you want your thank you note to go when you do print your tag. All right, so now we're ready to actually print this out. So you can save this if you like. So save as, so you go File and Save As and save it in your documents somewhere. Then you print that out. So you can either go to File, Print, or you quick print. File, Print, and print. So you get that printing, and once that's printed, you're then ready to go to the next step. So now we're going to head out to the craft table. I'm going to prepare my tag for printing, come back into my computer desk and print this out. Okay, so here is my printout piece of paper with the thank you on it. And here is one of the cut out tags that I made earlier, and the measurement is exactly the same as the outline that we made in Word. So if I was to put this tag right there and tape that down and put that back through my printer, I know the word thank you is going to print right there on this tag, and that is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you two ways that you can do it. So I'm just going to very lightly tape down the tag, only catching the edge of the tag because I don't want to lift any of the paper up when I take the tape off, and that won't move. That should go through the printer quite well. Now, depending on how your printer works, I'm going to put that back through my printer that way. So if you have a drawer, you put this back in the drawer, or if you have a single page feeder, put it through that. But however your printer works, just put this back through your printer and print the word thank you back onto your tag. Now the second way I'm going to do it before I head out to my printer, I'm going to print it on a printed piece that I'm going to make into a tag. So I've cut out a tag here to give me a reverse block. So I work out where I want my tag to be. Say if I want it to be there, and I'm going to print the word thank you here. So I need to work out that that is going to print exactly in an area where it can be seen. It's no point me trying to print the word thank you up here. It's too busy. So I know that's going to look good there. So I can go ahead, trace around here and cut that out. And I'm going to head out to the printer and I'll print this one up, and then I'll cut these two out and I'll put them through as well, and I'll be back and show you these. Okay, so now we're back and I'm ready to print the word thank you onto my tag, but I don't want to print this outline. I don't want to print this. I know that my tag is going to print exactly where this marker is because I've taped my tag right here on this position. So I'm going to select that, so left mouse and select that and delete it. So now I'm just left with the word thank you. So now I can put my piece of paper with my tag taped to it through the printer, and it will print just the word thank you directly onto my tag. Now, because I want to save this and do it on another tag another day, I want to come back and I want to keep this. So I'm going to go back here and do my undo button and bring back my background and just hit the save button, just so that I've got this in my file for later use. So they turned out pretty good. That one there, I probably printed it a bit high. So on this one, I just moved it up a tiny bit and it printed in a good spot. So, you know, you can move it up or down if you feel, you know, that box is just your guide as to where you put it on to print. So you can move it up or down, to the left or to the right if you need to. It's just a guide as to where this text is going to print on your tag. It's up to you where you actually place it, you know, when it comes time to printing it. So the washi tape is good to hold down because it's just sticky enough to hold it without damaging your tag. So I'll just peel that off gently, and now I can just make this up. These are just bases, so they're good to add to, you know, build up on it. Now another thing these would be good for if you send out happy mail or gift, or you sell things in your Etsy shop, your shop name or something like that. If you'd like more ideas like this one, I'd like to invite you to my Facebook group, Junk Journal Ideas. From time to time I'll put ideas up that are different to what you'll see here on YouTube. So pop on over and join, and I'll see you there. Hang around and watch the slideshow. I'm Donna, and bye for now. Look at all these little duvalakis that I've made. Put that over the top, perfect for them. Add your own bit to it. There you go. You know, we could continue building it up.